it is.
Yeah.
Trundle support.
Emily's just a genius this entire time.
Okay,
Nothing.
I don't support
She's the biggest advocate.
I called it, but I hate it.
I would have said the same with the mid Lilia, right?
Rockin' through the lower bracket.
Maybe Golden Guardians can adopt the 0-2 comfort zone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I believe C9 did make the tweet.
There we go.
It is required.
Yep.
I agree with this person also out on the internet. Perk somehow already having 300 kills.
That was a call out you
last
made
game.
too. You were like, 300 kills?
Just in the LCS.
This year?
Don't we give like awards for 1,000?
We
So
do.
it's like almost a third of the way there. He might be there at the end of this game. They play a
Okay,
fourth
calm
game,
down.
maybe he'll get even more.
Relax. But yeah, it's been
34-ish.
a pretty bloody year for him. And I mean, now he's on the LeBlanc.
Yeah.
So we've already seen his LeBlanc performances throughout this year, and he didn't let the enemy team breathe on it.
Yeah, see, I was going to say this, right? You know, Ryze maybe doesn't feel as bad, right? Because Ryze kind of like stabs you in the back, right? Kind of like a rogue.
Yep.
You know, slowly in the side lanes, farming up, getting stronger. LeBlanc ain't like that. LeBlanc stabs you straight in the front.
True. Hey, but there's some creativity here. This is the third game in a row, actually, from Cloud9, where their level 1 is creative in terms of getting Blabber an advantage. So Perks was able to get, you know, maybe go over the wall, gets a ward on the red, so they'll have an exact timer when Iconic will be on that buff. So something to look forward to.
Good little trading back and forth there. And we'll definitely see a lot of that. As GV2 is also getting a little wild, but as a reminder, this or that live. We'll be back next week with more special guests and fan-submitted slides. And if you love yesterday's This or That Live, catch an episode of many more on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/LCS.
True. We need some spoilers. This the last This or That, we got Demonte and High. Who's going to be the next guests?
I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe they'll tell us if we get another pause. Bottom side, they're looking tricky. Trundle support. You know, not bad at helping set up the MF. But
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
It's definitely a strong flex. I know we saw it. Actually, this is the second Trundle support game we saw. I'm pretty sure Trinby played it in the European series earlier on. Good ward. Blaze Olive was able to catch Blabber on Raptors here and has good information that he actually full cleared his top side. So there really shouldn't be any concern on Blabber getting a successful gank off this one.
And top lane matchup going to be maybe a bit different this time, actually. Licorice has played quite a bit of Trundle. Oh, that's such a good hook. Vulcan just on point. The Igniter's down. Sven spinning in there. Beyblade from Hell's going to grab first blood. And now Chime is trying to make something happen on the backside, but it ain't happening here. As Guardian's going to proc, and Sven, if he had Flash, he'd use it again. But he already used the killing Stixay.
They keep giving Vulcan Thresh. On game 1, he was styling. In this game, he's instantly starting off with that damn good hook. Predicted Stixay to duck down. Was able to get that one up. Now, MF will pick up this wave. But still, kill there now for Sven. It's going to start them off well.
And Perk's getting the wave pushed out. Blazor is going to try and hold it here. I take it back. Instantly deletes the wave.
Yep.
And is going to get it pushing back in the opposite direction, building up the minions as he goes. But Blabber is flying through the jungle, as you might expect. As Perks does get a nice trade, misses the chain, hits a minion there on the front side. But it is all Cloud9 right now with that pressure. And Vulcan, you thought bottom lane was a problem? Now he's going to be everywhere else.
Yeah, and so that has been the concern for me. This has been the most pivotal matchup. You know, it was definitely the case versus Team Liquid, and it's certainly the case now that Vulcan is just performing really well. And he's on a playmaker in comparison to last game when he was on the Braum, and so it feels like that pick is just one of many to come if he is to play around the LeBlanc. And that's the one thing I'm concerned about, you know. They dropped the LeBlanc ban, allowed Perks to get it, and even though they've ended up banning a combination that's really beneficial to LeBlanc, it's that Lee Sin, you're still going to be looking for Perks and Vulcan to actually still make picks happen in this map.
And again, even on the Braum, Vulcan was very active, if not as impactful, because you just don't have the same tools that Thresh has. And Blazor feeling great in the 1v1, right? Up 2 waves right now, although Perks is going to grab a bunch of these. Winning the harass, got the early TP, and that's the big reason he's winning the 1v1 right now, if you're wondering.
That's the big concern, is if Perks is able to get a good trade off here, then he's going to be pretty happy basing off after this wave. But I mean, he really doesn't need a reason. He doesn't really have a reason to base. Okay, I mean, you're not going to really get anything off of this one, but it still has good info.
Just hit him.
Slowing him down. It's like, what the hell?
Does have the info, of course. Gets that ward down once again.
Yeah, overall, I mean, it's just been a pretty good situation for Olive this series. In a good spot this lane. I know Hai talking about how he just personally liked the matchup. It's always just volatile, and that's really the name of the game, is that your overall lane state's going to be good, but if she's able to get a good chain on you, if Blabber's in the area, I mean, that forces a flash instantly. But first dragon being picked up here now from Blabber.
Yeah, very early, which is, you know, a pretty signature of Olaf there. Here's Vulcan again, though, of course. Just walks up and gets a flash. It's that easy.
Walk up slowly. Impressive.
And down flash.
Oh!
Vulcan. Trouble. Iconic turning back around. Shockwave's great. There's the kill they're looking for. Make it one back for a Blaze Olive.
Confidence there from both Iconic and Olive. Just they knew that he was in a bad position. He was never going to be able to duck right.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Steals the item, donates the cannon over.
True.
There's the lantern just in the ether, floating around.
Should have just took it just to see what happened.
I thought Iconic was going to like flash hook and perk some wild angle. That didn't happen, which is good because it wouldn't have worked. But still a great bit of pressure there out of Iconic to get a kill there for a Blaze Olive. And now bottom side, they're trying it again.
This shouldn't be a successful gank, but
Pillar, oh my goodness, that damage is unreal. Ignite is down though, Iconic going to be forced to back away. The hook somehow misses and a Blaze Olive at it again. He's got no flash, but it might not matter. Blabber low but not dead as a Blaze Olive looking to make it happen. Sven goes down, Iconic taken over.
So close to being a successful pushback from Cloud9. If the hook would have landed, then that's just a dead Golden Guardians there. But they played it out well, and oh, really close on that one too. Just as I sung Vulcan's praises last minute, just hasn't been working out well here. But he's going to be able to hold this wave for Sven, who's coming back to the lane. But once again, another good start here from Golden Guardians. Last game, Cloud9 started off well, but they were holding on. This game, here it comes. The gank coming in from Vulcan burns the flash, but it's the response here from Iconic that really makes it hard. Vulcan sticks around, and I guess that's the problem here.
Yeah, just caught out in the mist and a beautiful shockwave.
Max range on both sides, being able to pull them back into center. But yeah, he just overstayed his welcome, and that created a four-man play bot lane. And this is what I was talking about. If the hook would have landed, he is slowed. This should be an insta-pick off of Iconic. Then that's a good situation for Cloud9. But now Sven's in a pretty bad situation. An easy kill there from Golden Guardians. It could have been worse if Thresh wouldn't have held the wave. He could have lost that big wave coming in. He's still behind, though.
People cheering for the reverse sweep. Can't blame them. Always fun.
We need some exciting games.
We do. It's been all Cloud9 so far this series, even though there has been some back and forth in the early game. You know, I feel like the first 15, 20 minutes of both the first two games have been somewhat close, but when the mid-game rolls around, Cloud9 just open it up, and Golden Guardians have not had a response yet. This is definitely a better start to their early game, but they might need to keep the pressure on and build a bigger lead if they're looking to take down Cloud9 here for the first time this series.
Yeah, and it's been about Cloud9 looking forward, defending the play that Golden Guardians were looking for. Bot lane didn't work out too successfully, but also Vulcan finding plays throughout mid lane, throughout the series. That's been the case for them. This time, Golden Guardians, I think, are getting an advantage because, I mean, they're playing well around it.
Good chain there for Perk, stays in, but backs out immediately. Does have the blue. He's going to have to clear this wave, though, so going to give a Blaze Olive an Iconic first walk to this Herald.
Olive's been laning well here. We haven't gotten to see the full stint of it, but of course he's ahead in CS. Same can be said with how Iconic's been playing this game, was able to push back the gank that Vulcan tried for initially, so that was a big success. And of course, what Golden Guardians have done in the last 2 weeks of their regular season, where they were constant around their dives, been doing well around it.
All right, well, here's the problem. All that top side is looking pretty good, especially mid-jungle there for Golden Guardians, but that has left the bottom lane out to dry when they're not there, and Cloud9 are looking to attack that section of the map right now. That is blue buff over to Blabber. That is stick save forced off. He had to ult the wave actually as well, just to keep it off. And there is no dragon to take. Cloud9 already got that one very quickly, so nothing extra to lose here for Golden Guardians, but do have to be careful. Even though it was a very nice combination from Iconic and a Blaze Olive to get that Rift Herald very quickly.
Well, they'll be able to come back onto the map and get the dragon that's coming up, thankfully. So that's going to be like a 2-dragon situation for Cloud9. It's been a constant throughout the series. But man, Stixxay definitely needed to ult that full wave because they had no idea where both Perkz and Blabber were. The full river belongs to them. And so he's just playing on weak side, feels like full series long. And it's been Sven that's been really benefiting this throughout the series. So here is when Golden Guardians need to draw the line in the sand at some point. Olive's been performing well mid lane, and so looks like it's their call to go for the dragon here.
All right, well, FTX total gold. Actually, Iconic is on top for the first time this series, at least when we've seen it. Being pulled up. Top side, though, that is quite the shove. 2 for 1 there out of Fudge. Licorice spinning around. Conqueror props, do it again. Keeps on spinning, stops spinning towards Fudge because it was going to lose the all-in. And that dragon, though, has been set up by Golden Guardians. It's Perkz looking for the play onto a Blaze Olive, but a Blaze Olive ready with the shockwave. Pillar is there, but he doesn't pull the trigger. A Blaze Olive wants a carry in that ulti if he can find one.
TPs from both top laners are available if they want to join.
All right, they got the dragon. Perkz, though, leaping in the battle, trying to get something happening. Doesn't find it, though. Iconic, though, setting up the stun. Vulcan going to be the target. Ulti there, Gravity Gun finds 3. Vulcan there into the box. It's Chime that's in trouble. Dead to Perkz. Shockwave whiffs. And C9 find the kill.
They're going for more.
Perkz in there again. Blabber with the slows on the axe, and everyone walks away.
3-man hit of the Gravity Gun from Sven to stun them. At first, it looked like it was a defensive maneuver to just protect Vulcan. Vulcan says, nah, we're committing to this. Hooks immediately after, and they're able to get the pick. So really well done here from Cloud9, at least to just be there and to react to it. I was wondering if the top laners were going to be involved. Both of them were basing quickly because they were not in a position to fight. Trying to see if they can get something happening here.
Well, this will be cool. Iconic, maybe lining something up. Scuttlecrab goes over, there's the flash in. Good pillar there for Chime, is going to force the flash. Golden Guardians continuing to be proactive here.
Crab's continuing to define games here. That's flash off of Blabber. I don't think it's going to mean too much. There's nothing really to fight for on the map. So dragging down for some time, it's not going to be too much of an issue. So we'll see. We'll have to track that down. If Golden Guardians are to make a pick, it's going to be on Olaf.
Licorice at it again. No ulti though for either. Although Fudge has his back, of course, as Perkz chunks out of Blaze Olive, who probably needs to base, if I had to guess. Only components there, running out of health, low on mana, has the TP, probably ready to take a shopping spree. Back towards the fountain, but not yet. Wants another wave.
So all in all, if you take a step back, I've been liking how Cloud9 have been playing this overall. And I'm, including Fudge in the top side of the map. Because he got counterpicked here with the Wukong. That's why they ended up swapping the Trundle towards the fort, Viego into the jungle, to allow Licorice to have a volatile matchup. Golden Guardians haven't played towards it, and we haven't seen much of it. But Gnar's been performing really well, had kill windows in the top side of the map that made it difficult for Licorice, yeah.
Oh no, Shelly!
Goodbye. That was awful. You hate to see it.
I assume it was running out.
Yeah, kind of had to.
But unfortunately gets nothing there, which was the trade they made originally for that dragon, right? Yep. Thankfully for them, they did split the first 2. It's like we're just spinning away. Chime, though, looking again for Vulcan. Slow there from MF. Making it rain on top of Vulcan's dome, but not enough for Golden Guardians. Trying for these picks, Raz, but not converting as much as they like to.
That was a risky timer there from Vulcan. Usually you'd want your teammates to be there with you to at least secure your the vision that you're trying to find, or if you're just trying to play smart. Perkz needed a base. He was definitely basing. Looking for a pick here now, though. But Olive's been doing well around it. Another fight happening here.
Ben and Vulcan caught out 3v2 with Perkz. We're going to turn it back around. Trundle's keeping Tram somewhat healthy, but Iconic maybe the target. Now split up at the 3v1 for Cloud9 as Iconic rejoins his team. And no dragon to fight for a minute 50. Teams are starting to scrap in the river, though.
They got the heal off of Sven, and they disengaged. So I would say that's a win from Golden Guardians. You didn't get to see how it started, but Sven definitely having both red, white gun was going to win the fight. There is no way you're fighting into him. So they were able to get the heal and get out. So W overall.
Luden's done for both here in mid lane. It looks like the race to level 11 is going to be the important time before this upcoming dragon fight. Chime has been on point with these pillars, by the way, which is kind of all you need is Sport Trundle. Also has Halo Blades. Unfortunately, we never got to see how that worked out in the laning phase.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Halo Blades. I mean, he's never going to be in a position to really get on top of Sven or Vulcan in a double ranged matchup. So I like I'm interested in the tech. Let's see if he can make it work here.
Bottom side, Sven trying to get out of there, protect that gold. A Blaze Olive getting in there, ready for the shockwave. Sven does have flash, great hook there defensively for Vulcan. And Chime just can't find anything.
Yeah, the gank fizzles. They were just aiming for a good ulti position there from Olive, and even if it turns into a flash from Sven, that's what they want going into a team fight. It makes it so much easier for Chime to play, or at least the team, to play off Chime's Trundle pillars, but not going to be the case. Good Rift Herald here. I wonder if he has to base now, though. Because if he has to base, then first touch on Dragon would be towards Golden Guardians. They're basing, so it's a full base from Golden Guardians first. Let's see what the call is from Cloud9.
Yeah, a little reset here as Blabber actually just going to finish clearing the left side of the map. Looks like no team is in a rush for this first Cloud Dragon as Perks finds the chain. Beautiful connect. Shockwave will whiff. Had to use it though, or Perks was going to kill him. But a really nice trade there for Perks. Easily winning that 1v1 encounter.
Got a problem here in the top side of the map. Chime may be here, but they are not enough to protect Licorice from a dive. He's actually staying here.
And unfortunately, Perks joining the party is going to cancel the plans Licorice had. He spins in there, he's trying to win, but it's not going to work. It is going to be Licorice. Whoa! Oh, he gets the kill on the Perks. Spins back on a Fudge. Nice little trade there, but he had to burn the flash.
Definitely didn't expect Licorice to just bonk Perks on that one. Perks could have backed away completely and they would have had the kill. That was a free play being made top lane. Was really surprised that Licorice decided to stay there, but he still gets something worth for his troubles.
Unfortunately, the bigger picture is that it's first tower now going over to Cloud9, using their Rift Herald successfully. FTX gold advantage up to 2K, as they're not even moving towards the Dragon. I feel like the Cloud Soul is going to be neglected this game. Let's watch this one again. Licorice choosing to stay, which looks a bit silly in the face of the 4v2 that, to be fair, they didn't know about.
Yeah, and so Fudge has the damage, Blabber has the damage. Perks was in a he for sure thought that he could burst Licorice down, put a lot of damage down. I know for sure on the clone, but I'm not sure if he was able to get it down on Wukong himself. Either way, it's a secure kill. But in the larger picture, as you said, this is just a growing lead for Cloud9.
And Licorice just not having any fun here in the 1v1 for the most part. Of course, with the tower missing here in top lane, going to be even harder to farm safely. Currently down 20 CS. As the Dragon did go over to Golden Guardians, they'll be up 2-1 now, but again, it is a long way away from that Cloud Soul. And C9's pressure is only going to start increasing as the map opens up.
And Pastry, flatly put, I feel like the Wukong pick just isn't effective. Maybe in the next team fight, it could have a good showing. And as I say that, he goes in for the all-in. Perhaps this is going to be his opportunity. But Fudge is close to his own turret. So yes, Flash. He had the double hop. He's putting himself in a really safe spot. Close pick.
Decent little shockwave, but the Guardian was on. It is Iconic that's trying to chase the kill into Sven, but that will cost him his life. Vulcan, first to the scene, flays him back, and Blabber is going to take out Iconic. Chime is going to be slain by Sven. Not yet. The ulti keeps him alive. The Stigstay getting zoned up by Fudge, who TP'd into the battle.
I love that Sven went straight into melee range of Chime. He's like, I'm getting full attack speed, and they get the kill.
Blabber going to grab it. Spins around with the Iron Spike Whip. It's actually a gold drinker now. Been fully upgraded. Easy pick off there for Blabber.
Made the attempt on Sven, but he had everything there, including the movement speed boost that you can get on Red Gun active. So they tried. Just didn't work out. Chime ended up dying there. So this is just once again, it's a growing FTX gold advantage there for Cloud9. And what you're seeing right now is a great lane assignment from C9. Fudge has been doing great up against Licorice in the top lane. And Perks is going to constantly find these windows on Orianna. Golden Guardians need to find a pick through mid lane to get Ori out of this position.
I mean, it's just so annoying, right? Like, Orianna does not want to be in the side lane. She wants to catch the wave, clear it, and then leave. Yeah. Right? She will take the gold, but she does not want to 1v1 LeBlanc for an extended period of time. So Perks knows this. He's just being annoying, right? The longer he keeps Olive in this 1v1, the better it is for the rest of his team making progress on the other sides of the map.
A good news for them, at least, is that you could just say, if you look at the minimap, they do have a nice control ward just chilling over there. So if they were ever to make a play on towards him, that would be it. But Thresh is just protecting Sven throughout the entirety of it. So they can't make a play through mid lane. I would say if a play is going to be made, it would be bot side.
Golden Guardians trying to take over the Baron side of the map right now, but both mid-outers are up. Not a lot of progress to be made. Again, still plenty of work for Cloud9 to do, but they're up quite a lot already.
Yeah, and it's something that's not talked about enough of having mid control and what you can do with it. Cloud9 has had that throughout this series, constantly. The protection's been there from Sven. Vulcan's been doing a great job putting out lanterns to keep him safe so he can push out. Or times, they've been pushing forward for a play with Blabber, and Blabber's been there at the right time. So let's see if Licorice can find a pick on towards Perks. He definitely has the damage. But Perks is playing this one out safely.
Yeah, Perks actually just keeping this lane in this position for as long as he can. Of course he'll push because it's his cannon versus nothing.
If he W's the wave, then he can go in, because then that means that you only really have your ultimate as an escape use.
All right, Sven again being jumped up, but Iconic's not even committing. The Lantern's out. Now they can recommit if they want. Shockwave on the Blabber. Ragnarok was late, but Shime just gets deleted in the front line, and now the TP comes in for Perks. It's going to be straight on top of Iconic, but Perks wants someone else. No, instead he's going to go back, Stixay the target, but he's already a little bit low. Stixay gets locked in. He finds the angle, takes down Perks, but he gets punished as a result as Iconic found his way as LeBlanc. A very fancy ulti, but the gravity gun is down. Blabber flashes in with the sweeper, and Iconic is just going to get fished out of the air by Vulcan, as Fudge will take the credit for the kill.
Even with the pickoff of Perks, I mean, Cloud9 was always going to win that fight. And Wukong's just chilling in the bot lane. They knew that that fight wasn't going to be winnable from the outset. And so it's just a growing lead from 1K to 2K, and now we're sitting at 3K. That FTX gold advantage there from Cloud9 is only growing. And a lot of it, we didn't get to see what happened before Perks TP'd mid lane. It was just Perks was never in a dangerous position. He's holding his only escape because he knows that he hasn't seen Licorice for an extended period of time, and he doesn't want to get picked off. It's that discipline that you don't get to talk about with a lot of the veteran players.
Yeah, Perks' sideline play in general is just fantastic. And I think it's not as obvious on Ryze because Ryze is just so naturally good at that. That, you know, we don't see him for 10 minutes and he's got like 260 CS, like, oh, okay, I guess the game's over now. But, you know, LeBlanc, you actually have to, you know, use your brain. Think about the map state and not overcommit all your abilities pushing away because you don't have that many abilities. You're not Ryze.
Exactly.
And Perks is demonstrating that really nicely as Cloud9 have set up for this dragon. Vulcan is just boxing out the entirety of Golden Guardians. And now Perks, little sus on the face check there. But Blabber's going to get the dragon, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, they knew where they're going to be out anyways. If he died there, then we got a problem. We got to stop praising players then at that point. Otherwise, we're just straight cursing them. But in that situation, it's another instance. And it's not just him. I think it's the whole team's effort. If you're playing a 1-3-1, I think the most important part isn't the side lanes. It's actually just the mid trio that has to be in a safe mentality, because enemy teams can just try and overload mid, try and make a play happen. And I think Vulcan has been doing a great job of like constantly keeping Sven protected. Or looking for plays like these.
Yeah, Vulcan going at it again. Boxes Chime back into his ulti. And the ulti out of Stixay is not bad, but Blabber's popped the Ragnarok. Looking to make it happen as Chime does live. Forced to ult and flash to get out safely though, and Perks is now very close to exploding Stixay.
I actually think that would have been a kill there.
If he hit Chain, he's dead, for sure.
And Sven was going to be there. He had his ult range, so that would for sure be a kill. So thank God Stixay got his boots on there. Being able to duck and dodge that one. And if I'm looking at flash timers, because they were able to get the flash off Chime, just as a reminder, Olive doesn't have flash either. So the next fight that does end up happening, very clear windows for Perks and Vulcan to get a pick on either of the two.
And I guess we kind of heard it from the desk, you know, in the champ select, whereas Trundle, great champion. But Trundle support just offers one thing and one thing only, and that's lots of pillars, which is great. Pillars extremely powerful. But like, how different is Vulcan just throwing a Q and finding a play versus Chime, like, trying everything he can to make a play, landing most of his abilities, and it just not mattering. And now he's food for Cloud9.
Well, Trundle doesn't have flash, and oh, wait a minute.
Perks with a nice flash action to get out from the Shockwave, but Blabber going to be taken up by Iconic. That is 600 bonus gold over to the Viego.
Really well done there. Olive using his ultimate, of course, as you said, for the utility as well as the damage. So Blabber had the instant ulti, still was a free pick for them, because they thought they got a free kill on Chime, but Golden Guardians were there to protect them.
Stixay's okay. Sven trying to finish up the tower. Has the Thresh for the siege support. Not dead yet, but that tower's getting worn down over time as Licorice with the flank perhaps, but not a lot of wraparound angles as a Blaze Olive will get a tower back. Takes out that top side, but Perks is doing battle, but that's the wrong Perks. Clone will die, Perks himself stays alive.
Still Chunk the real one, and that's the problem. Every time that Perks goes in, he has a limited window to really get his burst off there. Olive's feeling really strong this game. He doesn't have his full, Sarah's completed, but he's gotten to the point where now Perks has got to respect them, Blabber for sure. If you go long game, it's going to be really difficult for Cloud9 to really play into what Golden Guardians have. The Trundle Pillar is one, the Orianna is another. MF, if you're trying to fight into Golden Guardians composition, that's a death sentence. But with the goal lead that Cloud9 have and how they've been playing through mid lane pretty consistently, I don't think they ever have to face that.
I think on the flip side, though, we have talked a lot about a Blaze Olive, and for good reason. He has stepped it up over the year in his rookie year.
Yeah.
He has, was in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. Danny, of course, won, and I think deservedly so, given his performance in a single split, which is very impressive.
Pretty damn good
for a new player, especially one of his age. But this is the game, and Blaze Olive has to try and carry, because Stixay is not doing nothing right now except face tank and bullets, and goodness, it's Ben! Last bullet not enough. The locket there is nice from Chime, but Stixay is going to have to base, and Cloud9 will finally finish off this mid tower.
You barely get moments where the enemy team's Trundle Pillaring you trying to find a pick, but Sven just sits there and be like, actually, not happening. Almost gets the pick off towards Stixay. Insane damage at this point in the game. It's really hard in general. Even if they were to fully commit, Sven does have shield bow. That shield, the lifesteal that comes with it as well, very difficult.
Yeah, Locket, Lantern, Heal, Flash, Sven is very tricky to kill.
Yeah.
When all these cooldowns are available. It's kind of the difference in, having the Thresh with your fellows versus not. It's why 2 games throughout this series, Vulcan has first pick Thresh and basically carried the game on it.
I'm going to be honest, this is giving me 2018 Worlds vibes right now. The Perk sitting mid, staring at Stixay, the AD, can pop him at any point. Hate it.
Got to get Olive back in there. He's the one with all the damage right now on Golden Guardians. Setting up for something, maybe a Baron trade. Hey, you want to trade the 3rd Dragon for Baron Cloud9?
Oh, really?
They don't. The Golden Guardian's going to ask the question. Cloud9 up to that Dragon.
And they're already starting it, so there's really not much Golden Guardians can do other than trade, go for mid turret. They can try and feign as if they're going for Baron because they know there's no wards on it, but they should not start it. Cloud9 will for sure be there.
They're starting it.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if Cloud9 will be there, folks.
They're going to be there. So what happens after that? This is a turn angle, right? You are absolutely not committing to this Baron. Oh, maybe.
You have to turn.
It's kind of low, but it's not low enough for Blaze Olive. Landing it up. There's the TP in. Sven going to get poked. The Golden Guardians get off the buff. They got the teleport. Licorice, though, in at mid lane, about to be caught in transition.
Yeah, and Baron actually fully healed up, so now C9 takes full control of mid lane wave.
That is a lot of damage. But Perks is coming back in. He's got a lot of damage too. Licorice again trying to make it happen. Doesn't grab the play, but the fight on the other side maybe is going to be the one. Ulti out of Stixay, forces a flash from Blabber. Put in a 3v4, they couldn't get it. Vulcan has found the hook angle of a lifetime as Chime is forced to flash away. A Blaze Olive, no ulti. Everyone on Golden Guardians flashing out to safety, and Cloud9 cleanly win that exchange.
Cloud9 winning the fights in 2 fronts. They were saying to hell with the mid lane wave, getting the kill on Licorice on the bot side of the map. Meanwhile, striking a play on the top side. Licorice is down, and the rest are just damaged. They're going all back to base, and that's a C9 taking a clean Baron win.
Yeah, Red Bull Baron buff will be worn by Cloud9 for the next 3 minutes, and this is getting tough. Let's watch this one again.
The worst thing about these Baron situations is even in the best case scenario, Cloud9 will just go straight mid, pick up the wave, and it's Golden Guardians stuck in a really bad position, right? They're always going to be slowest to the next play. So here, yeah, Licorice gets caught. As you see on the top side of the map, the engage comes through from Fudge and Vulcan. Look at this flash from Vulcan, by the way. It was beautiful. I had no idea what target it was going to be. Perhaps the intent was Stixay, but you had Chime there sitting too, so.
And they just pile in, get the kill, grab the Baron. Looking pretty straightforward now for Cloud9 to sweep this series and continue their journey through the lower bracket. So what else do Golden Guardians have to say? Because they are running out of games to play here.
Yeah, running out of time. You know, try and get the most out of it. This is always going to be valuable footage, even in a loss, to grow as a team. The fact that they got here is great already. But yeah, if you ask the players, they don't want it to end here. So I would say the first thing that they should be doing, got to think a little bit about how creative you can get with Wukong and Orianna. A lot of the vision's been there from Cloud9, so I would say if you want to try and...
Oh my goodness.
You know what? It's ridiculous.
So sold his Darksteel, which makes sense. He actually lost a bunch of stacks.
Yeah.
As 1v1, do not be fooled. As Licorice trying to spin around on the Fudge. Meganar popping up.
He wins this fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Licorice gonna go down. Fudge just stops Wukong in his tracks.
It is what it is. He just had a huge lead on that one. And now they're going to try and fight off this mid lane wave. Two waves crashing at the same time, so huge win here for Cloud9. Should be a free inhib.
Oh, goodness. They are just busting through the middle. Inhib is going to fall. Push is still happening. It's a minute still on this Baron buff for Cloud9. The Blaze Olive needs the Death Hat, but he hasn't got it just yet. And Cloud9 are basically putting the finishing touches on this game.
It's an awful scenario to be in. 25-second death timer on Wukong. And they want to draw the line in the sand because they're literally losing two inhib turrets at the same time.
Love the feint from Perks. Forcing a Blaze Olive back. Bottom cracked open, top cracked open. Everything just descending into the Golden Guardians base.
Whoa!
Dixie just gets exploded by Perks' LeBlanc.
Yeah, flashes over the mid wave just to be able to get that kill. And that's a dead 80 carry for 40 seconds. They want to end the game now.
Trying to end it in one fell swoop of the Baron buff as Fudge takes out a Blaze Olive. That was what Golden Guardians were holding on to. They don't have either carry now. And Iconic gets a trade back and forth, but Blabber and the rest of the squad are going to pile in on top. Licorice is going to die. The Nexus is exposed, and we will finish with Chime in the fountain, wondering what happened as Cloud9 will take the 3-0. Perhaps expected, but the fashion in which they got here is very, very impressive.
When I look on that stage right now, you know what I see? I see Fudge Factor. I see playoff Perks. I see MVP Blabber.